What's up?
Hey, Denny. How are you?
Good.
See you, my man. How's your golf game?
It's good.
Pretty good? Okay. Thank you, Denny, for your patience. Denny Hamlin has joined us. He drives the number 11 FedEx Office Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, and he's coming on like a house of fire here the last 6-7 weeks of the season, and racing awfully well. If I'm not mistaken, you're defending race champion here at Michigan. I remember being here last year. You were had come off the victory lane. So talk about coming to a place where obviously you've had success, recent success, and now you're getting back into your normally where you like to run.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good being, more competitive here the last 6-7 weeks or so. Obviously, last week it didn't finish it off like we felt like we could have or should have, but still things are positive in the sense that we are running better and contending for victories over these last 5 or 6 weeks or so. So that part of it's encouraging, and obviously enjoyed coming here to Michigan because it's such a raceable racetrack, and so that part's is always fun coming here because of that.
Very good. Thank you, Denny. We'll take questions. We'll go Lee, then Reed, Tom, and others.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Did FedEx deliver the wrong oil pans this morning?
No. No.
Reed?
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. You talked about not finishing off. Do you feel a snake bit at all this year? I mean, with weird stuff happening like valve stem breaking off, stuff like that, where you've had runs where you've led the most laps and just haven't had the finishes that where you've run.
It's frustrating. I mean, it's definitely frustrating from my standpoint because it's like we try to do everything inside the car to make sure I have a car capable of winning at the end of the day, but this is it's a team sport, and you rely on to win these races. Everyone has to do a perfect job, a near perfect job, and when there's one hiccup, it can just ruin your day. And obviously, one bad thing leads to another. Last weekend, I mean, it's just one thing snowballed into another, and we find ourselves racing with no brakes the last 50 laps. So that's frustrating because I know we're capable of winning, and even though we haven't won this year, there's been quite a few races where I felt like we could or should have. So, but the sport's not about that. It's about what you got in the win column and how you're performing. And the way I see it, we're 12th in points. So we still got some work to do.
Danny, Tom Jensen, Speed.com. Are you more encouraged by the fact that you've run well over the last 6 or 7 races, or discouraged because that hasn't put you in victory lane?
It's 50-50, really, from my standpoint. I mean, it's we haven't won. At the beginning of the year, we didn't win because we weren't capable of winning. Our cars, I didn't feel like were fast enough, and we still also had bad luck on top of it. Now we're just kind of getting into we need to figure out how to finish these races like we should. So it's 50-50. Right now, I'm really encouraged at the fact that our cars do have speed now, and you'll win races as long as we keep putting ourselves up front like we have been these last few.
We'll go Nate, Rusty, and then to Bob Pockers. Go ahead.
Nate, Ryan, USA Today. Denny, can you just give us your overview on what you know about this oil pan situation? Did you know you guys are going to be using new ones? Do you understand what happened, and are you expecting retribution from NASCAR?
I don't think so as far as the last part of it, but for me, I don't know a whole lot about it, to be honest with you. We continue to evolve our cars and things like that throughout the course of a season. You're typing awful fast. Okay. Yeah, he's just trying to keep up. It's just I'm impressed, but all right. But no, it's just you continue. All teams do, and usually when you have something new, a new part, sometimes you submit it, sometimes you don't. And I feel like this is probably one of the parts that NASCAR wants you to submit, and that's probably the biggest issue that they had with it. is that it's just you showed up at the prom with a different date.
I know you're just a driver, but do you understand why some parts have to be submitted and some don't?
I don't know. I think that's more of a kind of a thing that the crew chiefs and the engineers for the team, they talk to NASCAR throughout the weeks and things like that. When they have something new, I believe that sometimes they submit it and it's fine, and sometimes they don't submit it and it's fine. So I think it's just one of those instances where they were just kind of caught off guard, I think.
Let's go with Rusty, Bob, Dustin.
Rusty Ball, NASCAR Media Group. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you to jump ahead for me for a second. We'll get away from oil pans. I remember you winning the Bud Shootout at Daytona. We're going back in 2 weeks. Is it always exciting to go back to a place like Daytona and have a chance to win a trophy, no matter what it is, what race it is?
Well, I think it's an exciting race for everyone, really. I mean, even the teams and whatnot that maybe run mediocre at times, Daytona is always their chance to win a race because it puts everyone on such a level playing field. No matter what you got under you, you're capable of winning. And so I think that part of it is exciting. Now that they've repaved it, it almost seems like we're racing at a different racetrack. So for me, the Daytona that I won on is the old Daytona. We don't even run on that anymore, and so it feels like a total different racetrack. So it's hard for me to bring back memories when I feel like I'm racing somewhere else.
Let's go with Bob, Dustin, Jeff Gluck.
Bob Parker, Sing Daily. Since you're on the bubble, on the Chase bubble, are you concerned about any penalty, no matter how small it is, on this oil pan thing?
Yeah, truthfully, we're going to need every point we can get at this stage right now. But we still have so much time left that we can win races. We can still get in the top 5 in points feasibly. So. I feel like that's where we can and should be when we get to Richmond, and we shouldn't even have to worry about that part of it. But obviously, for us, every point is critical in our situation right now.